Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel CloudTechs Club. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about deployment of Jenkins 2 on Docker host. Before we start working on Jenkins deployment on Docker host, it is important to understand what is Jenkins and why it is so popular and how it works as a CICD tool. So let's start with understanding what is Jenkins. So Jenkins is an open source automation tool used in DevOps. Whenever we talk about CICD, Jenkins is usually the first tool which comes into the mind. The main reason is that Jenkins helps in automating the complete SDLC lifecycle from code integration to deployment. Now let's understand what is CICD. So CICD is not a tool or language. It is a process or a methodology or a concept used in modern software development cycles, where CI refers to continuous integration, while CD refers to continuous delivery and continuous deployment. Now, continuous integration. So continuous integration means where developers continuously push code changes to the shared repository like GitHub. Whenever a new change is committed into the repository, it is automatically merged, a build is created, and basic tests are performed. This helps teams to detect issues at early stage and maintain a better code quality. Many people think continuous delivery and continuous deployment are the same, but they are not. Continuous delivery means the code is built and tested automatically. The application is ready for the production, but the deployment may still require a manual approval. While in continuous deployment, every successful change is automatic. Deployment to production. No manual intervention is required. So delivery and deployment both are different. Now Jenkins is called a CI/CD tool as it supports continuous integration, continuous delivery, and continuous deployment, which allows team to build, test, and deploy the applications faster and more reliable. Jenkins is also known as integration tool as it gets integrated to multiple tools like Git, GitHub, Maven, Gradle, Docker, Kubernetes, cloud platforms like AWS. It integrates all these tools into an automated pipeline. Some more technical points which I would like to highlight about Jenkins here. Let me take a different color. Okay. So Jenkins is something which is written in Java. By default, it runs on a port called 8080. It also follows the architecture of master slave. We can also call it as controller or agent architecture, where controller manages jobs and agent performs tasks like build and deployment. By default, these agents communicate on a port 50,000. We will discuss about this controller agent architecture once we will start the Jenkins lectures. For now, this is just a minimal overview of Jenkins to build a basic understanding. Just to summarize, Jenkins is a powerful CICD and integration tool that automates software building, testing, and deployment. Now let's go ahead and deploy Jenkins on this Docker host. So here I have already installed Docker. So Docker version is 26.1.4. Let's check the status of Docker daemon. System CTL status Docker. Okay, it's active and running. Let's see if any containers are running here. Okay, so we have 2 containers running from the last lecture. I'm just going to delete them. Docker stop. Okay, right container. Let me provide the IDs of the container here. So both are stopped. I'm going to remove them now. Now let's check Docker ps-a. Okay, let's check if any images are present here. Okay, we have 2 images. I'm going to delete them as well. Docker image rm. So it's deleting. Okay. Now I need to pull the Jenkins image from the Docker Hub. For that, let me go to the Docker Hub. So this is my Docker Hub account. You can also create your account on hub.docker.com. It is pretty much straightforward. You can just provide your name, email ID, and the password information, and you can create your account. However, I am going to create a separate tutorial on Docker Hub, how to pull and push the images to the Docker Hub. But for right now, this is what is the Docker Hub account, and I'm going to search here for Jenkins. Okay, now I'm in Jenkins. Let's see this one. I'm going to check the tags because there are images which are for Windows, which are for Linux. We need to select appropriate one for our account. Okay, so this is the one which I can use. It is for Linux OS, and this is the command which I need to use to pull the image. Let's see here, Docker image. Let's provide that command. Let me remove this. Alright, so image got downloaded. Let's check Docker image ls. Alright, so this is the image ID. Now let's create the container. Docker container run -d to run in the detached mode, -- name. I will give the name as Jenkins server. Now we have to do the port forwarding as well. I'm going to give the port 8000. By default, Jenkins works on port 8080. And let's give the image ID. Alright, now let's check the container got created or not. Docker container ls. Okay, so container got created, and here is the port mapping. Let me check the IP address of this machine. So IP address of this machine is 192.168.0.111, and let's access this Jenkins server on port 8000. Let me copy this. Port number 8000. Alright, so Jenkins is getting ready to work. Now to unlock the Jenkins, we have to move inside this particular path to get the password of the admin. So there are two ways to accomplish this. One, either we can go inside the container on this particular path and can get the password. Another one is you can use the docker logs command. So let me use the docker logs command. That would be really easy. Let me clear the window here. Docker logs Jenkins server. Alright, now let's see where is the password. Okay, so it is written here, Jenkins initial setup is required and admin user. So password is generated for the installation. So this is the password for unlocking the Jenkins. I'll just copy it. We'll go to the GUI. We'll paste it here and give it continue. Never. I'll just go ahead and install the suggested plugins now. We can see this particular activity as well from the logs command. Let's see here. I'll write the watch docker logs Jenkins server. So every 2 seconds, this will show me the logs, whatever happening inside the Jenkins server. All right, now let's create our first admin user as the, I'll give it password as here and confirm the password. Provide the full name, email address as this one, save as continue. Now this will be available on this IP address. Save and finish. Start using Jenkins. Alright, we have logged in. So this is the GUI for the Jenkins, and that's it for now. Now you have some idea about how to install Jenkins on top of your Docker host with the help of a Docker image. So if you found this helpful, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.